So, gamers like to collect games. And as a gamer, I constantly get the question of people telling me they would like to see what do I have in my collection. So, I'm here again today to try to share some of my collection today with you guys. Once again, I hope you enjoy and let's see what I have in store for you, the viewers. Hey guys, how are you? It's Hebot, the Powerful Gamer. Once again, I'm trying to bring you a quick little video about gaming. Nothing, obviously, that's going on in limelight, but some gaming content of my own, from my own personal gaming life and world. Today, I'm gonna show you guys my collection of Nintendo games for each respective console. Now, the Nintendo collection I have is not as big and vast as the one that I have for the 360. Same like the PS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. Only because, it's not my preferred platform and I only like selected few games. So, I'm going to share those with you because a lot of people have asked me to show my collection. And as you can see here, I'm playing Bayonetta 2 on the Switch. And I also have it on the Wii, courtesy of my friend, obviously, Jorge. So shout outs to him. He let me check it out and play it so I can do a compare and contrast with actually both versions. So let's get in. Let's get with the video on. I hope you guys like it. And a big shout outs to all my guys out there that are my homies. They know who they are. Everyone from Sega Forever to E-Rock and my main man, Chief and Tuckmaster and Sega Man, who has really kind of inspired me to do these videos because people have asked me, but I really haven't really got it motivated doing them until, I seen his videos and I actually liked them, and I thought they were really cool and simple, subtle, but effective. So here we go. So I'm going to start off with my, as you see here, my Nintendo 3DS collection. This is my DS right here with the Yoshi shell on it. I'm going to start off with my DS collection, which I have here. And what I have here is I have Batman, Arkham Origins, Blackgate. Now this game is a really dope 2D side scroller with 3D effects that from Warner Brothers looks really awesome. It actually was released also on the 360 via the Xbox Live and the PS, I believe it was PS3 on PSN, with better HD graphics, of course, than the DS. And I picked it up only because it was $5. The next game I highlight here for my DS is Mickey Mouse and the Power of Illusions. I love Mickey Mouse games. This is Disney right here in the bottom. This game harkens back to the look and style of the old Disney games on the Genesis, with really beautiful graphics. For the DS, and what it does is a 2D side scrolling platformer, but with the gimmick also of the newer Disney games that were made for the Wii's first, called Epic Mickey. Awesome little game. Got this for a very good price as well. Of course, you can't have a DS collection without having the beautiful Nintendogs. Well, I got Nintendogs plus cats. This I really bought it for my daughter because she loves animals. She wants to be a veterinarian, so shout outs to my daughter Elena, Naomi. Love her very much. And this is a very cute cover. And she, and actually I ended up playing it and had a lot of fun. It's like a virtual pet, but with dogs and cats, and you take care of them. But it's a really nice game. It got beautiful graphics as well for the Nintendo 3DS. The 3D is really cool as well. Obviously, this is something that I wish they would have released either on the Wii U on the Wii or even maybe on the Switch. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which is actually the sequel to Luigi's Mansion way back on the GameCube. And this is a dope little game as well. Awesome. In the same style as the one for the GameCube, as you see here. I have it there. Very awesome game. I'm so glad that they made a sequel, even though it took a long time. And it's part of the Nintendo Selects now, so I got it for $20. I still need Metroid 2, the Return, which is a remaster, I believe. Here we go. Exclusive Shinobi for the DS. Fairly new. Really beautiful cover. I love that artwork and love that mask that he has. Very nice graphics. Really, really tough and really hard. Love the 3D. It's kind of really strong in this game and pronounced, so it gives me a headache. And then I have also here probably my favorite collection in a long time, which is Sega 3D Classics Collection, which I wish Sega would have brought out into the PSN and even Xbox Live, or even to the PS4 or the Xbox One, because it has some amazing games that were never released before from the arcade, like noticeably Power Drift, Fantasy Zone 2, Thunderblade Arcade, and Galaxy Force 2 Arcade. Just for those games alone, it's worth the purchase. Those games look incredible. There's 9 games in total here. They're arcade perfect renditions, and this collection here is amazing. Really awesome. Paid $29 and it was well worth it for me, in my opinion, and for many people that are perhaps Sega fans and remember these arcade classics. Plus, it has Sonic 1 and Altered Beast Arcade as well, and Puyo 2, just to name some other ones. So for my DS, I also have other little games. I don't think the power is working. Let's see. Digitally, but if it doesn't turn on, then please excuse me. No, it's not working. I have digitally also for the DS, Outrun, Afterburner, and Space Harrier, which I paid really cheap for them. But I also have them nonetheless, because they're arcade perfect and they were like $5 each. So moving right along, I'm going to get into my Nintendo Wii collection. And here we have Rygar, The Battle of Argus. Awesome cover from Tecmo. Now, Rygar is a re-release of the game version, the same game that was released on PS2. But the difference is they added some little extra features and completely changed the character to look from a Spartan Roman character into a more Japanese anime S type character with white hair and the whip. But it looks cool. It's really dope, and it's, I think, a better version than the PS2 because it had better graphics as well. Next up, we have here from Wave Forward. The guys have been doing a bunch of awesome retro stuff in 3D, bringing it back like Ashante and beautiful stuff like the Smurfs in 2D. I have Centipede Infestation, which is a new take from Atari here, from the Centipede game in 3D. Kind of reminds me of a 3D version of Alien Syndrome. Really dope game. Got this at a very low price of like $5. Next up, I have a very underrated Silent Hill game that was really good on the Wii called Shattered Memories. Now, Shattered Memories, okay, is exclusive to the Wii. As you see here, got some really good awards. Best of E3 in 2009. OA E309 Editor's Choice. Was a pleasant surprise. Had a very Alan Wake type of look and feel to it. Obviously with the Silent Hill flavor. Awesome game. One of the hidden gems, in my opinion, on the Wii U. Definitely worth the look. And I only paid about $10 for it as well, because I didn't find out about the game until later on in the life cycle. Here, one of the classics and one of the hits for the Wii was Epic Mickey, which is an amazing game in 3D with Mickey Mouse. The sequel was Epic Mickey 2, which was co-op. Really nice graphics that I got on the Xbox because I want it. Obviously, I have better graphics than the Wii, and I wish this would have came over and never did. So this is kind of not kind of. It is exclusive to the Wii still to this day. Epic Mickey, awesome. Moving right along, we have an arcade classic double pack from Sega of Gunblade New York and the spiritual successor, which I think it was a success, and the sequel, LA Machine Gun. Two arcade cabinets, railgun shooters from Sega. Beautiful renditions of the game, really arcade perfect, with the exception, I believe, of just the resolution that was a little bit lower than the arcades. But the quality and the details all there, music, everything, arcade perfect. LA Machine Gun and Gunblade New York. This is part one. This is part two, and you can get this game still for a fairly decent price today. Probably one of the best hidden gems on the Wii. The next game here is Batman: The Brave and the Bold, the video game. This game even has Plastic Man there and Blue Beetle, a Warner Brother game. It's a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up, and I got it. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how to explain it to you, believe it or not. This game is amazing. It holds up very well with the graphic style, and it reminds me a lot of the Batman, the animated series game that came out for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo in that era, but even better. It's an awesome game. It plays very well with the Wii controllers, and you can play, I believe, co-op as well. This game is awesome. One of the best games on the Wii. That hidden gems also that people probably don't know of, and it's a beat 'em up from Warner Brother Games. Next up, I have a classic in its own right, Knight's Journey into Dreams. Now this, I don't know if anybody knows. Please tell me in the comments because I never really looked it up. I don't know if this is an actual sequel to Knights on the Saturn, or if this was just like another new updated version of the original Knights on Saturn. Because I think it is. It doesn't even say it in the synopsis if it's, and it was Sonic Team. If it is a sequel, I think it's more of like a better version, like a remastered version of the one on Saturn. Nevertheless, it's a beautiful game, beautiful cover, nice Sega IP property that took a while to come back, and it did on the Wii, and it was exclusive for a lot of you that may or may not know. Another Sega exclusive that came out only on the Wii was Alien Syndrome, and this is actually a 3D rendition with up-to-date graphics from the original, with the original flavor of the arcade one, which you can get the arcade one on the Sega Genesis collection, or the Sonic Genesis collection that came out on 360, which I hope they put backwards compat of this game. And there was also another version of it on the PS2 in the Sega collection for PS2. This one here is a brand new game in the Sega, in the Alien Syndrome universe, made from scratch again for the Wii, and it's exclusive. And in my opinion, is even better than the one on the PS2. One of the best fighting games that only came out for the Wii U as well, exclusively, is Tatsunoko versus Capcom Ultimate All Stars. You see here the Gatchaman characters and Street Fighter characters. Probably one of the best fighters of that generation that never came out anywhere else except the Wii U, which is really, really sad because I think more people deserve to play this game. And the problem with the Wii is that the Wii controls really were terrible because it would die off too quick, and you would have to have proprietary things for all the set controllers. You know, you had to make sure you bought the nunchuck or get the actual stick that had the new and improved pack expansion pack in the bottom, so it can give you better precision. But this game is a gem and it's amazing. If you have a Wii, you owe it to yourself to try to pick it up. It's kind of expensive though because it's kind of rare at this point. Another beautiful gem, in my opinion, is Ghost Squad from Sega, another arcade shooter from Sega that came out exclusively only to the Wii. The Wii got a lot of exclusive games from Sega from the arcade that Sega took advantage, I guess, because it had a lot of the gimmicks like shooting on rails with the little gun with the motion control, and they brought them out and never brought them out anywhere else. This is one of my hidden gems as well on the Wii, Ghost Squad. Very amazing game and a lot of fun. This is actually, I believe, a remastered or a sequel of an existing game from back in the day. I don't know if it was on TurboGrafx or if it was on PlayStation 1. Whoever sees the video and knows the answer, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. It's called The Monkey King Legends Begin. It's a 2D shooting side scroller with a lot of beautiful graphics. Very fun game. Very underrated. A hidden gem, in my personal opinion, from UFO. They brought it out and published it. And I didn't know about this game till late in the game. Luckily, I was able to get my hands on a very nice, sane copy. Paid very, very cheap for it. Maybe I think it was $12. And the game goes for now for like 40, 50 in the market, aftermarket. Next game I've gotten here is a nice gem that you all going to be familiar with, or should be familiar with, which is Murimasa, the Demon Blade. A beautiful game from the creators of, well, they call themselves here Ignition, from the creators of Odin Sphere. This was exclusive to the Wii for a very long time. Beautiful graphics. Love the paper water paint, paper Mario art style, but with water paint look. They also did a remaster of it just recently that they brought out only on PS4 as well, and I think the Vita, which I wish they would have brought it out to Xbox, and they never really have. But I still have mines for the Wii. Murimasa, an amazing, amazing 2D side-scrolling hack and slash. And they also did, I believe it was the game, what was it? Oh, Dragon's Crown. The next game is a graphical, not graphical, but a technical masterpiece, in my opinion, from Platinum Games, called Mad World. The main character, I forgot his name at this point, but he's also in Anarchy Reigns from Sega. When Platinum started coming out heavy with stuff, the whole game is in black and white, except the blood. The blood in the game is the only thing that has color, and some little hints here and there in certain areas. But the game is an amazing action beat 'em up adventure where you ride on motorcycles. You use a lot of weapons and environmental kills to kill and destroy and beat the crap out of these gangs. This game artistically is amazingly beautiful. It's all black and white and 60 frames, but it looks gorgeous. Plays heavenly, even with the nunchucks. One of Platinum Games' best work, and for especially with what they were dealt with the limitations of the Wii, and they hit it out of the park. Really, a lot of people may or may not play this, but definitely worth picking up. And you can get it probably for maybe $5. The next one I have here is a classic from the PS1 era, which is Klonoa. I actually never owned Klonoa on PS2. Got to play it years later. Had amazing fun with it. Didn't want to get it for the handheld. So I actually found this brand new for the Wii when I found out they had a version of it with better graphics for $5, believe it or not, in a store that that is called Five and Below. Amazing 3D platformer with 2D side scrolling, but with 3D background and backdrops, and a really awesome game. I wish they made a new one now for this era because I think it would do well. It's an awesome game called Noah. They also had part 2 I believe was on the PS1 or PS2. The sequel to the most sought out game, I think, in history for the 64, which was Sin and Punishment for the Nintendo 64. It was never released, or it was really hard, or it was released in limited amounts or limited run. Then they re released it for the Wii, where you could only get it in the Wii shop, which I also picked up and I own, but you could only play it through online, via online, through the Wii shop. This is the sequel, Sin and Punishment Star Successor. And this game right here speaks for itself, even with the cover, published by Nintendo. It is amazing, and it's made by none other than the masters of their craft, Treasure. The guys who did Gunstar Heroes, Gunstar Superheroes, Guardians of the Guardian Heroes on the Saturn, and even the one on the DS, the Guardian Heroes. I forgot what's the name of it for the Nintendo DS. One of the best hidden gems on the Wii, which you can play via backwards compat. All of these on the Nintendo Wii U. Next game I got is the Data East Classics, which a lot of you may remember and see and find familiar, because what they're doing now is they're re-releasing all these games separately on the Wii Shop exclusively. You paid $8 for each one. They already released Bad Dudes and Caveman Ninja, which is really Joe and Mac in the States. They got here Burger Time, Wizard Fire, Magic Drop, and just to name a few, and Side Pocket, Secret Agent, Harry Barrel, and other games that are arcade that are now being re-released on the Switch, $8 a pop. When this was a compilation, Data East Arcade Classic compilation, that only cost $20 at the time, and it brought all these games, and even Street Hoops, even Crush, Crude Busters, which is two crude dudes in the States, Arcade Perfect, all of them. So I have this. This is a sort of one of my sort of collections for me, because it's arcade stuff for the Wii, the Data East Classics, and you can probably get it for like $6. Here we go. Probably for me, the holy grail of all Wii games, which a lot of people didn't like for the stupidest reasons, whether it was the voice acting, some of the cinematics, the story, whatever. But the gameplay and graphics in this game, Metroid Other M, are far and beyond anything you've seen capable on the Wii 1. This was done by none other than Team Ninja, as you can see here. Team Ninja. When Tomonobu Itagaki, I believe, was still there, the graphics and gameplay of this game are just like Ninja Gaiden, but with Metroid. That's basically what it feels. And with Metroid, obviously added takes, like you can turn into the ball. You have 2D side-scrolling segments. You can do first-person mode. You do a lot of exciting segments where you fight bosses with crazy battles. Very underrated. A lot of people do not like this game because it's a Metroid game, even though it's amazing and it's really good and was done really well, plays really well. I don't care if the story's cheesy or not. The game is phenomenal. It's in the vein of Ninja Gaiden or Team Ninja as we all know it. Probably my favorite game on the Wii that I have to this date. Then next I have Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is the actual first game in the entry from the Wii since the one on the NES or the Super NES. But this one wasn't made by Rare, obviously. This was made by Retro, what's their name? Retro Studios, right? There you go, by Retro Studios. And they actually did a sequel on the Wii U. And then now it's re-released for the Switch. Amazing game, platformer, really hard, but awesome nonetheless. Then I have here Yoshi's Epic Yarn. Amazing platformer. Looks gorgeous. Looks almost like claymation with 3D, and the character of of Kirby actually looks like yarn. It's really amazing. I bought it originally for my wife, but I played it as well and fell in love with the game. Epic, Kirby's Epic Yarn. You can probably get it really cheap too now in the market. Another arcade classics that came out from Sega that a lot of people may or may not know about. Jumbo Safari. This is an arcade game where you collect animals in the jungle and bring them back to keep them preserved in zoos and out in the jungle itself. Jumbo Safari, the Animal Rescue, from Sega, exclusive to Wii as well. Never came out anywhere else. It had all the graphics and perfect graphics details and gameplay style of the arcade, but they also added extra things, as you see here, to give it more content and longevity. But the game in of itself was only like 30 when it released. You see the giraffe skin, awesome little cover. Jungle Safari by Sega. Then I have here another game by Sega, which is a first-person outing adventure game with sci-fi elements where you get these powers. And this game is absolutely incredible. A whole lot of fun. It's called The Conduit. From Sega, it actually utilizes the hardware, you can tell, like Sega does with all the hardware when they make games. Beautiful graphics, good gameplay, pretty cheesy storyline, but pretty cool and entertaining. Best shooter game of the Wii when it first came out. It was a launch game, I believe, when it came out. And it did so well that it granted a sequel, which a lot of people may not know, or if they do, well, cool either way. Conduit 2, also very good. Same vein, had a lot of extra features. I haven't finished both of them because it's hard for me to play the Wii because of the way the batteries charge. They die real fast. And when you buy the rechargeable batteries for the controllers, for some reason, they don't last too long, even when they're aftermarket. And that's what ones that they sold the most were aftermarket ones. They didn't really have proprietary ones from Nintendo. Yep. So here you go. Campaign, split screen, and online combat. You can play online in the game. Very beautiful graphics and very good game. Here's a kind of a cheesy but pretty good, serves its purpose beat 'em up from Capcom for the Wii, exclusive as well, called Spyborg. The Wii is a console that I feel was very underrated and that a lot of people didn't realize it had so many games that utilized the hardware and it was really good, had good quality graphics, good quality gameplay, and they stayed exclusive because it sold more than any other console in history. The same way it died faster than any other console in history, but either way, the library's still there, still exists, and you can keep it as long as you own it. And this is a hidden gem, in my opinion, too. You can get this for like $5, maybe cheaper. There's also some other ones that I don't have here that I had to re-get, like Deadly Creatures. I'm trying to get my hands also back on Cursed Mountain, Astro Boy, and something the Light of Shadows or the Secret of the Light. It's a platformer with a kid that you play it through the shadows of the game, which was a nice platform, a really awesome game. So now I'm going to move on to my Wii U collection, and we'll start off with Super Mario 3D World, an amazing Mario game in 3D with 2D elements, plays fantastic, looks gorgeous, and beautiful 720p. The game is bright, colorful, and in the tradition of Mario. These games do well because the formula is mastered at this point by the creator. They cannot make a bad Mario game because they just done so many. And they keep on adding little things here and there to evolve them, but they always feel fresh and fun and awesome. Love this game. Super Mario 3D World. Next game is from another mastermind again, Tomonobu Uegaki himself, published by Nintendo, Devil's Third. Originally a title that was supposed to be released for both 360 and PS3, but it was changed drastically, I guess due to cost, They couldn't really pay, and they didn't get a chance to pick up a publisher. And the game is really, really, really solid. Solid gameplay, solid story, a lot of violence, amazing action game, hack and slash beat 'em up. The only thing it needed more budget because graphically it looks a little bit dated, I guess, a little bit. But this game is really, really awesome. I definitely feel it deserves a sequel, and I would like to see him make one with his team, or what was his team at the time, Valhalla Games from Tobunobu Itagaki, the creators of DOA, Dead or Alive, The Fighter, and Ninja Gaiden, the 3D version. Awesome game. One of my holy grails on the Wii U, regardless of what people may think. Obviously, an awesome kart racing that took a lot of the formula that was successful with Sonic All Star Transform. Did the Mario take on it, obviously, but with that 60 frames, solid 60 frames in the Mario universe. Beautiful graphics, awesome music, beautiful character selection, awesome game. Very expensive, hard to get cheap. Maybe now you can get it a little cheaper, but it's very hard to get cheap. I don't even have the one for the Wii because I didn't like it as much. And then we have, like I said to you before, the sequel. I got it through the Nintendo Select, which is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze instead of Returns, which is the sequel to Returns on the Wii. This is the Wii U version of the game, actual sequel, and another amazing game. Really, really awesome. Beautiful graphics, great gameplay. Difficulty is top notch, for the hardcore gamers. Also, they made a version for this now on the Nintendo Switch over there, like a port. So for those of you who haven't played it and you got a Switch, buy it on the Switch because it's an amazing game. Then the sequel to, or not the sequel, but another game in the Yarn universe, this time with Yoshi's Wally World. Everything looks like Yarn in the game in 3D. Beautiful platformer for kids of all ages, grown-ups, and even teenagers. Beautiful game, hard, difficult enough to keep you engaged at all times, and just pure out fun gameplay, tight mechanics, beautiful graphics. Definitely a nice highlight for the Wii U. Another game that a lot of people didn't pay attention to, maybe didn't sell well, from the masterminds at Platinum Games. Probably the most obscure game, but with the platinum flavor, is Wonderful 101. This game is really dope, really unique, really different. It kind of feels like a hack and slash meets Pikmin with the Platinum Game tape. Really awesome. I bought it, really good price when I got it. As you can see there, it says 100 heroes, fast, pure, evil, and unite to destroy it. You gather up people as you save them, and the more people you gather, the more you can rock the bad guys. Wonderful 101. Kind of has a feel and look, flavor to Beautiful Joe, which I wish they made a new one now as well. Another classic is Pikmin 3. I got it from the Nintendo Select, as you guys see there. This game, I got it for my girls. Awesome game, a lot of fun. And a lot of these games support the amiibo support, which you get the little amiibos, put them on the pad, and you can actually use them in the game, and it unlocks levels, areas, and powers and attributes. Pikmin 3, wonderful game. You can pick it up for $20 under the Nintendo Select. This game I didn't know of until later on. It's a 3D action adventure. It's called Rhodia, The Skies of Soldiers. Has, for me, personally has a feel to like, it's a mixture of like Ni no Kuni, the style of the look, Dragon's Quest, but with Panzer Dragoon. Really cool game. They ported it over to the Wii U. I know it was out for the Wii itself. But I got this version because it was obviously the better version of the two. And never really dived into it enough to beat it, but I definitely would love to finish it up because it's a dope game and it's fun as part of my collection. Rhodia. Then, as you see on the screen, I have the Bayonetta 2 game going on. That's my friends. They let me play it on the Switch. But I also personally own the game for the Wii with the bonus of Bayonetta 1, which made its appearance for the first time on the Nintendo platform because it was only on PS3 and Xbox 360. It was intact. It's all there. That's Bayonetta 1 and that's Bayonetta 2. So this is my copy of it. Finally getting to play through it to finish it up. This is one of the best action games of all times. And on the Wii, definitely the best hidden, underrated gem that it deserves to sell way more than it has. This game is just running circles around other things like that people try to say are great, like a Nier Automata, which is a good game, but nowhere near on the level of this. Uh, you know, um, Bayonetta 2. Definitely worth to pick up, and also note it's on the Switch now. So if you have a Switch and you don't have a Wii U, you can get it on the Wii U. It's just resolution difference. I think it's 1080p versus 720 on the Wii U. And then I have a very awesome game from Platinum Games as well. Did it together with the creator, the original creator. Amazing game. Simply Gone, Platinum Games, a lot of people involved. The only thing is that the flight levels you use the pad, and that threw people off. It would have been nice that it would have done a patch where you can use only the controller strictly at all times. But I think it's really well made. It has beautiful graphics. The gameplay is tight, not too difficult, and it has the Platinum Game flavor mixed with the Star Fox feel of the originals as well. They stay true to the essence of that Star Fox from flavor of the old games. Star Fox Zero definitely worth a look at, in my opinion. It's from the heart. Wouldn't lie to you guys. Supports Amiibo as well, and it's probably really cheap. You could probably get it for like maybe $8. Now I got this game simply because I wanted to see what happened, and it's Sonic Boom, and I have to tell you, after playing through it, this game had a lot of potential to be really special and really something worth playing. I heard that the 3DS version was better, but the story behind this game was that 6 months into the production of the game before it released, the whole team left and Sega had to get someone else to finish it and bring it out. It was running on Unreal Engine 3 for the first time. Graphically was really good. The ideas that it had were really awesome. The problem with the game is that it has a lot of buggy issues like clipping in the walls. You get stuck. The camera would not work right when it followed you. The platforming was, because of the camera, was difficult because you would lose track of where you had to be. But when you get the hang of it and you play through it and give it a chance, what was there worked. It worked and it worked well. And it's a shame that they didn't do better with this game, and that it came out the way it did. This game's, if you can find it for like $5 or $3, definitely worth picking up. Try it out, and you'll see what I mean. Just for the experience to see how it was. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me again on this video. I know it's been a little long. Here's some of the Bayonetta gameplay. Game's incredible. I'll hope to see you guys soon. More than likely, I'll do a PS console collection, also breakdown with my PS3, my PS2, and my PS4 games that I have in my collection. Thank you so much for rocking out. Like, comment, please. Share the video if you like. It would mean a lot to me, and it helps my channel. It helps me to get more exposure to people that might appreciate what I do. And it's fun when I'm able to do these things. I hope you guys like it as much as I like doing it for you. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Keep it gaming. It's an amazing hobby, and it's an amazing thing that we all share and have as a unique thing that connects us together. Love you guys for the support. Hope you enjoy the video. See you soon, guys. Peace.